What's up everyone, it's Blue Nova and I'm back with a new tutorial. This time we're getting the vocal quality as Pooh Shiesty in his song Back in Blood featuring Lil Durk. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, hit the bell notification icon so that you're notified every time there's a new video. If you want to go ahead and get the entire vocal preset with the vocal preset and everything, then you can just go to bluenovabeats.com, go to the store, click on the vocal presets tab, and you can get it right there. There's been a major power outage and power issues in Texas, so that's the reason why it's been taking a while to get a lot of content out. So I do apologize for that, but the power is up right now, so I decided to just knock out this video and hopefully I can get it up before the power is out again. But aside from that, let's go ahead and jump into the tutorial. So what I'm going to do is start with the first part, which is like the ad-libs that are coming in the very beginning. So I'm going to select that. And what I'm going to do is just right click and solo it. So what I have right here, I have a pre-made preset chain for ad-libs that's perfect for this type of vocal style. And the first thing I did was just added some EQ to it and added a second EQ just to boost it. Aside from that, just went in, put in a compressor and everything. Now the ad-lib, the reason why I'm kind of going through this fast because the ad-libs aren't as important as the lead vocal. The main thing you want to focus on is trying to get a radio sounding effect. So the main important thing you want to do is just roll off a lot of the high end and the low end so that it's not clashing with the lead vocal. That's what's going to give it that filter sound like Pooh Shiesty. So let's just hear the raw vocal by itself without any effects. On the master channel, let's turn that off as well. And let's go back to it. So this is what it sounds like without any effects.
Big brrr. I don't know why you want something back from me. And you gotta get this back in blood, homie.
So with that, that's the raw quality of the vocal. And with all the effects on, this is what it will sound like.
Big brrr. I don't know why he wants something back from me. And you gotta get this back in blood, homie.
So you can see and you can also hear that the vocal is panning left and right, and that's something Pooh Shiesty does in his ad-libs. So the plugin that you guys want to have is MAUTOPAN, which is free. You want to have these settings for your vocals to pan left and right while it's playing. That's what's going to make it give that widened difference of feel in it. So let's go ahead and work on the main part and break it all down, which is the lead vocal. So let's go ahead and highlight this section. And with the lead vocal, let's work our way through it. Turn off all these other effects. Now this is what the raw vocal will sound like by itself.
I got my own fight, don't need security in the club. All that wolfing on the net, nigga, I thought you was a thug. They ain't got nowhere to go, I shot up everywhere they was. Yeah, you know who took that shit from you, come get it back in blood.
So the first thing we want to do is just have a compressor. What I'm doing is using the fruity limiter and going to the compressor section to activate it. With the ratio, I'm turning that up to around 261. The knee all the way to the right. My release is set on 109 and my head is set at 0.84. With my threshold, I'm just bringing it down to a very low level so that's compressing everything in the vocal.
I got my own fight, don't need security in the club. All that wolfing on the net, nigga, I thought you was a thug. They ain't got nowhere to go, I shot up everywhere they was.
After that, I'm using a parametric EQ to kill out some of the bad frequencies in the vocals. Anything that sounds boxy and nasally, I'm going there and just taking it out. So I'm just reducing it to around 3 dB.
I got my own fight, don't need security in the club. All that wolfing on the net, nigga, I thought you was a thug. They ain't got nowhere to go, I shot up everywhere they was.
After that, I'm having a parametric EQ too to boost the high end in the vocal and get some presence.
I got my own fight, don't need security in the club. All that wolfing on the net, nigga, I thought you was a thug.
After that, I'm using a fruity compressor. Now I've been using this as of recent because I've been liking the sound quality that I'm getting with the fruity compressor. So what I'm doing, just compressing the vocals and also bringing the gain up so that we're getting some volume in the vocal. I increased the ratio up a little bit more just so that the compressor is really just clamping onto the vocal. So that's set at 341. My attack, I have it fast. My release is at 21 and the type is on hard.
I got my own fight, don't need security in the club. All that wolfing on the net, nigga, I thought you was a thug. They ain't got nowhere to go, I shot up everywhere they was.
After that, we're using Spitfish as a de-esser. This is also free for everybody to download, so I'm just increasing the sense and depth to where it's taking out the harsh sibilance in the vocals.
I got my own fight, don't need security in the club. All that wolfing on the net, nigga, I thought you was a thug.
After that, I'm using a fruity limiter, and this is just to shave off the peaks and just make the vocal a little bit more consistent in volume and sound. Aside from that, I'm also boosting the volume a little bit just by 1 dB. You can see in the upper left hand corner, but that's all I'm doing. So this was gonna sound like.
I got my own fight, don't need security in the club. All that wolfing on the net, nigga, I thought you was a thug. They ain't got nowhere to go, I shot up everywhere they was. Yeah, you know who took that shit from you, come get it back in blood.
After that, I'm using Logic Channel, and this is also a free plugin for you guys to download. I'm really liking the sound and quality of this. It's very similar to the SSL channel by Waves, so this is a good backup just in case you guys can't afford the Waves bundle or any of the plugins on there. So these are the settings that I have, and this will sound like.
I got my own fight, don't need security in the club. All that wolfing on the net, nigga, I thought you was a thug. They ain't got nowhere to go, I shot up everywhere they was. Yeah, you know who took that shit from you, come get it back in blood.
And the very last thing, just adding some reverb. There's not too much reverb on Pooh Shiesty's vocals. It's a very natural tone and good quality rap vocal, so you don't want to have too much reverb on it. So this is what it'll sound like.
I got my own fight, don't need security in the club. All that wolfing on the net, nigga, I thought you was a thug. They ain't got nowhere to go, I shot up everywhere they was.
Now playing everything together with the ad-libs, this is what it'll sound like.
I got my own fight, don't need security in the club. All that wolfing on the net, nigga, I thought you was a thug. They ain't got nowhere to go, I shot up everywhere they was. Yeah, you know who took that shit from you, come get it back in blood. I got my own.
So yeah, that's pretty much it. And playing it with the instrumental, this is what it'll sound like. And with the master channel, we just have a fruity convolver cutting the mix at 16K. And a fruity soft clipper that just makes sure the entire mix doesn't go past 0 decibels. So playing everything all together, this is the final quality.
I got my own fight, don't need security in the club. All that wolfing on the net, nigga, I thought you was a thug. They ain't got nowhere to go, I shot up everywhere they was. Yeah, you know who took that shit from you, come get it back in blood. Come get it back in blood.
So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I did in order to get the same vocal quality as Pooh Shiesty in the song Back in Blood featuring Lil Durk. If you guys enjoyed the video, go ahead and put a thumbs up. Put in the comment section what you all want to see next. If you need a song mixed and mastered, just go to bluenovabeats.com. Go to the contact form on the very bottom of the page and send me a message there. And also just put what else you all want to see next, but I'll catch everybody on the next video.
I got my own